It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Bills and the Titans, next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner. This should be a good one here. In the month of October, we got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far. And
the kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. And off we go from Buffalo. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Titans coming up with their quarterback, Will Levis. Good performance last year, taken early in that second round in the 2023 draft. Greg, this quarterback out of Kentucky could be the future for Tennessee.
When we sat down with him earlier in the week, Mike, as you would imagine, he wasn't exactly thrilled when we brought up the fact that he had 4 interceptions in last week's game. You could tell it was still on the top of his mind. He was still working to put it behind him. I think my biggest takeaway was just how excited he was to get back on the field and have a fresh start. And I think we want to see him get off to a fast start here early, get some easy completions, put last week behind him. If he can move forward and he can play to the level he's capable of, I think they're going to have a lot more success here in this one today.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Levis. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. Look at the big guy rumble. And he will score. Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Titans. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
Well, Mike, I know I might be a little biased toward the position, but I'm happy to see them go his way early on National Tight Ends Day. And, of course, they're happy to go his way early and often in just about any game.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Titans are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. So, 7-0 the score. And set now for the dynamic kickoff. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So, out come the Bills and the face of the franchise. 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. The last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike. But outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. And if he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one intercepted. Picked off by Darryl Worley. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On second down, in trouble, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
From the gun, it's Levis. Now a loose football. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And he's an early front runner for MVP of the NFL. It's the first half of the season, but as you can see, he's already leading the league in passing yardage. On the ground, here's the fourth-round pick from the April draft. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll go again with Davis. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Slot receiver headed right. Throwing now. Allen here on first down. Right side, pulled in by Samuel. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And while Samuel might have a new home in Buffalo, Mike, he's still that same dynamic guy that I played with all those years back as a young player in Carolina. He is so dynamic with the ball in his hands that in this Buffalo offense, you can either throw it to him, hand it to him, but either way, just get him the ball like we saw there, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On first and 10, it's Allen. Now, screen going to be set up for Davis. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Cooper going in motion. From the gun, it's Allen. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. A tough spot here. Third and long. Again, it's Allen to the air. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a first and 10. They send Ridley in motion. On first and 10, here's Levis. That one complete. It's Tyler Boyd. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. A throw on the move is caught. And he will go all the way. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Tennessee. Folk now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Titans will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Allen going to give this to Davis. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Offense. Still 3rd down.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Now Allen on 1st down. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 1st and 10. Cooper going in motion. One more time going up top with Allen. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
To throw again, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Allen. That's to Kincaid once again. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Bills' 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for the Bills. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still first down.
On the handoff, it's Davis. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
At the 25-yard line.
Cooper going in motion. They'll go play action here with Allen. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Titans out to the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Landry really does a nice job getting him to the ground. And after missing all of the 2022 season, Mike, with that torn ACL, it just seemed it took him a little time to find his footing. Over the last 12 games of last season, 9.5 sacks. That's the Harold Landry the Titans are counting on this year.
On 4th down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Throwing is Levis. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Tennessee.
Levis. He'll again get it to Ridley. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Pollard with a nice 1st down run, and the Memphis native returns to Tennessee after an impressive 5-year stint with the Cowboys. He's coming off 2 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, and he should be a huge part of the solution and part of filling the hole left by Derek Henry.
Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw is Levis. Complete. Ridley on the reception. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They go play action with Levis. That caught Tony Pollard. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. The motion man is Boyd. On play action, here's Levis. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Titans. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bills offense and Josh Allen head back onto the field. He's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL leader in touchdown passes. They'll motion over Samuel. On first down, it's Allen. He gets it to Samuel, left side. They face second down and 7.
At the 27-yard line.
Slot man in motion left. From the gun, Josh Allen. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
On third down, it's Allen. Has his man, it's Samuel. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38.
Allen gonna throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Again, it's Allen to the air. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he will score. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Titans offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried the first half, it hasn't worked. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on second and 4. From the gun, it's Levis. To the left side in the hands of Gore. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Levis to throw on first and 10. He'll get this complete. Nick Westbrook-Akine. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. A second down throw here for Levis. And we try to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And the Bills are going to take over here up near the 40.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball.
The Bills offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Allen working from the pistol. Samuel has it working in the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground once more, it's Davis. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. 3rd and 6. Cooper going in motion. On 3rd down, it's Josh Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and we'll bring up 3rd down. One more time going up top with Allen. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up 1st downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up. Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Titans offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Levis to throw it here on 1st down. He's going to run it. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, Levis. It is caught. It is Westbrook-Ikhine. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their 2nd as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun on third down, here's Levis. He's got his tight end. That's Okonkwo. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good.
Roughing the kicker.
And their lead will stay right where it is. So a big mistake there. Roughing call on the field goal try.
Automatic
It
first
gives
down.
them an automatic first down. Brian Callahan will send out the field goal unit here. This from 40 yards out. Folk's kick is good. And the Titans going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England, where you see the final score there. Mac Jones, terrific in the air with over 400 passing yards there. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bills offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The next drive about to get going. I want to remind you it's coming up in primetime this week. Week 7 already in the NFL. We have the Jets and Steelers on Sunday Night Football. And then coming up tomorrow night, the last of our Monday doubleheaders for the year. Ravens-Bucks from Tampa at 8:15. That's followed out west by the Chargers and Cardinals from the desert. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 31-yard line.
This is Davis. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Harold Landry there on the tackle. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll motion over Samuel. Allen on 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They'll run. It's Davis. We'll get this to about midfield. Harold Landry there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's over the middle, taken in by Cooper. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now a give to Davis. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Roger McCreary on the coverage.
They'll motion over Samuel. They go play action now. Here's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. That'll be caught by the running back, Davis. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Buffalo.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
To throw again, it's Allen. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Allen. Complete to Cooper. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll go with him again. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1. Setting up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Josh Allen, touchdown, Bills. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Titans offense and quarterback Will Levis ready for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. On 1st down, Levis. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Levis. Open man, he's got Boyd. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. They send Ridley in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Titans punting unit comes out to the field as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Allen going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain. Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Bills bringing on the punt team. And he'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Levis. That's to the left side, caught by Ridley. That catch number 40 on the season for him. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They send Ridley in motion. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On play action, here's Levis. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Titans sending out their punter. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And time again, Greg, the yards on the ground have been very difficult to come by.
Yeah, and it really goes against conventional wisdom, Mike. You hear so often everyone talk about you run the ball to open up the pass, and really that's not necessarily true. Oftentimes when you're having trouble on the ground, the best way to open things up underneath is by passing the ball, and that could be a variety of ways. Throwing it downfield, screen passes, swing passes. Just get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and open things up.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. On 1st down, it's Allen. Now, screen going to be set up for Davis. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. In motion, Shakir. On 3rd down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
This is pretty high-level quarterback play right here. He knew before the snap, all he had to do was manipulate one defender with his eyes, and once he bit, ball comes out on the money, big pickup.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Ikhine. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Titans.
On 1st and 10, here's Levis. A throw on the run is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They send Ridley in motion. A 2nd down throw here for Levis. He's got his big tight end, Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year.
He's now over the century mark, Mike. And I get that this holiday was just started as something fun. It wasn't meant to impact how teams prepare for games necessarily. But I have to wonder, Mike, with it being National Tight Ends Day, did they have a little extra look or two his way to help him reach this total?
31, Bills 17. Nick Folk to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now Davis. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Cooper going in motion.
At the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Josh Allen. This one caught by the back, out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run. It's Ty Johnson. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
On 3rd down, here's Davis. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain. And 4th down's coming up.
No gain on the
You could
play.
just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Levis. To the left side in the hands of Boyd. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
The motion man is Boyd. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. On 2nd down, Levis. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Levis. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Here's Allen to throw. That'll be caught by the running back Davis. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
That's good for a Buffalo Bills.
Now Allen. That's caught left side by Cooper. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now he will score. Game on. Josh Allen, touchdown Buffalo. Buffalo. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance?
And he will get into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Now Levis. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now Pollard. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he'll get this ahead to about the 25-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Bills offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A short throw caught by Kincaid. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Off the play fake, here's Allen. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Allen. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Extra point try by Bass. It's up and through. And the Bills have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. Throwing on 2nd down. Levis. Open man downfield. It's Boyd. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Levis to throw it here on first down. He's got a man, Westbrook-Ikhine. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. On first down, Levis. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game,
and that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford.
A lot of defenses will try to isolate the best receiver, Mike, and say, okay, we're going to take him out of the game. Well, I think in this case, we might see the offense do the exact same thing. They might take this one particular defender into pass coverage and say, we are not going to throw his way. He's already got me twice. I'm not going to let him get me again.
The Bills offense and the veteran Amari Cooper set to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Allen going to give this to Davis. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago. Respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.